All right, so a couple of reacts. Back at it. We still got subs after all these years, and so we gotta keep feeding y'all. Gotta keep feeding the streets.
So we're reacting to it was female or feminine clips on TikTok, but basically she says how like if you're doing 50-50, the guy basically does not care for you. He like you basically don't inspire him to do more. And then they were also talking about how like women that say like when they ask like what do you bring to the table, and the woman says I am the table. It's like, okay, what else do you offer? Because I know, yeah, narcissist is the word I was looking for. But I was just giving you examples of what they're saying, like, is a narcissist. I'm not going to say that this is narcissistic behavior, but yeah, it's a bit self-centered, I would say. I don't know what a full narcissist is, so I guess we got to look that up because that I still don't get. But
It seems like it keeps changing that definition of what's a narcissist. To your point, I mean, it doesn't seem like it's a very steady term. Like, because some people say a narcissist is someone that's basically exhibiting a antisocial behavior. You know, like the antisocial behavior is this usury mindset that they have with people, where they just want to use you. They want to say I'm the table, meaning that everything revolves around me. You guys just bring stuff to me, and I'm just worth it because it's me. You know, this whole princess treatment, that kind of mindset. You know, the type of and I'm not trying to be crude, but I'm just keep it a buck. Like the type of woman that would be like a sugar baby. You know what I'm saying? Like, you know, I'm so hot, I'm so pretty, I'm so sexy, I'm so smart, or whatever you guys think you are. So because of that, people should just be paying me just for my company alone, just for me even being around them. I should be getting the soft life, you know, diamonds and pearls and yachts and everything.
okay, yeah, no. Oh, sorry. Yeah, no. I don't understand how people have that mindset, especially females, because now I feel like at least they're demanding so much from a man, and this is a man that they're not even committed to. Like, they might be talking to another man as well. So it's like, why do you even feel like you bring that to the table when you're still in the streets for everybody? It's like, what are you really doing for him? For him to even want to, give the world to you, I would say.
It's something to think about.
Yeah.
It's something to think about. Yeah, let's shout out Ask an Older Man, because that's how I just came across this. That's the name of his channel. I mean, I can see it working.
So therefore, he's basically insulted you. Okay. So remember that. And if he does not feel that you're the type of woman that he needs to go all out for, to impress, to lay down the red carpet for. So therefore, he's basically insulted you. Okay. So remember that. And if you are stuck in a 50-50 relationship, the best way to help your
I hate when they play at this wig like it's their hair. It's like one of the most annoying things that they do. It's not your hair. Like, why are you petting at it like it's your hair? I don't get it.
I think it's more so of like an anxious touch. Like she's unsure of what she's saying right now is what I believe, because there's no way you're about to say like just because you have to do 50-50, it just means that you're not at the financial state that you can be at, in the future. So she's saying like if that's what you're at now, you just gotta leave this man alone. Like, that is crazy. Y'all can build something together.
That's what most people do in this economy. That's what most people do in this economy. And so you guys gotta think like that. If you have a certain lifestyle that you want to achieve, and the type of men that you've come across historically haven't been able to achieve that, then you would have to look into other types of men or other types of women and see if they're able to achieve that. And you gotta look around a little bit. You gotta be kind of selective a little bit. And you gotta have standards. And whatever those standards are, you have to really enforce those. And up to my wife's point, it kind of sounds like she's unsure of herself. You know, even the standard she's setting right now. She's probably in a married relationship right now. I mean, so good for her. But I can tell you right now, this is no shade. This is just facts, though. I can tell you right now, that's not a sustainable, this is just me for a lifetime kind of thing, just based off of how she's talking. Because if she was set like she's acting like she's set, she wouldn't be out here talking like this.
Okay. So you mean like she's not like she might be married, but she's not like happy at home or something? Is that what you mean?
Couldn't be, because what do you look like talking, this is how you get a man when you are, you know, a happily married woman, you know, that's got the kind of man that you want. You know, you talk, this is how you get the man to get the money and blah, blah. Because obviously she's probably trying to sell like a course or something similar, right? I don't even have to look this lady up to know that. So if you're trying to sell a course or something similar, coaching or something similar, but you are not in a 50-50 relationship, so you just take all the money and keep it to yourself, like, it must not be a lot of money. And if it is, then that's talent. All right, so he pays all the bills and keeps things going for the family. He handles the investments. He does all of that important stuff for your family. And you just buy cheap-looking tiaras.
And wigs.
And
Don't
wigs.
forget the wigs. Oh, my goodness.
Let's let it rock.
Yourself is definitely to level up as far as what you look like, how you dress, how you carry yourself, and all that. And start requiring more, start asking for more, start doing less, and giving him more responsibility financially. And see what he's going to do. See if he really likes, going to start arguing about, you know, him doing more. Because if he really loves you and he wants to keep you.
Whoa, so she's telling you to corrupt your relationship. So you went into the relationship one way, and she's trying to tell you to turn this man into something that he's not.
Not only that, she said you're elevating the way, you know, you dress, you look, but her BMI, her weight not adding up, in other words. So
I had to let you say it. I couldn't say it, or I'm a misogynist.
you're not taking care of yourself clearly if this is how you're showing up in your everyday life.
She's a big bag. She's a big bag. Let's keep it a buck. Anyway.
He's going to pay them bills. Okay.
This woman is so stupid and brilliant at the same time. Her stupidity is in what she says, what she teaches women. Her brilliance is how well she delivers the message. So simple, straightforward, to the point where she sounds believable by the masses. There's no thinking. It just sounds great on the surface. And because it pleases so many women's ears, she gets a massive following. But when you really break it down, she makes absolutely no sense, because all she's doing is just taking one point of view.
What she's doing, I won't even get this far into it. I think we kind of surmised that she's literally trying to corrupt relationships, because she's acting like she's in this super high position. Look at me. I got the life that you wish to be living. Look at my fake princess tiara. Don't you see I'm a princess treatment girly? Don't you see I'm living like that? I don't even know if that background real. But anyway, she's saying she's this and that. and she's using that as a position over top of other women that are, you know, in the hood probably struggling. You know what I'm saying? Like struggling with a man or struggling with a baby daddy where she at, you know, that's not even in the kid's life and all that kind of stuff. She's targeting those type of women and saying that she can help them get with men, like, so get with another Pookie and Ray Ray type. But she's going to get a Pookie and Ray Ray, but she's going to dress a certain way around Pookie and Ray Ray and start demanding that Pookie and Ray Ray step it up and, you know, put more money into them. And if he don't do that, kick him to the curb and on to the next one. And if he don't do that, kick him to the curb and on to the next one. And if he don't do that, kick him to the curb and on to the next one. And if he don't do that, kick him to the curb and on to the next one. And if he don't do that, kick him to the curb and on to the next one. Do y'all know what y'all call that? That's the cock carousel.
I didn't know that was a word.
We got terms for that. That's called the cock carousel. And men don't want women that are on the cock carousel.
I wasn't expecting that. But yeah, I feel like she just is not in line with who her audience needs to be or how she should be advocating for the everyday female. If you're in a committed relationship and it's working for y'all, then you need to stay that way. If something happens within that relationship and you feel like you need to revisit things, I would still say, you know, take all the precautions first before you make before you make crazy decisions. But at the same time, this isn't right for you to be saying this, because these women will actually think that, you know, oh yeah, I can do what she did, and then it don't work out for you, and then what? You trying to call him back now? No, it's not going to work like that at all.
It's not. And I think she knows that, but she's going to get her money and perpetrate to her audience because selling this fantasy obviously pays her bills. Well, I'm sorry, no, her sugar daddy allegedly pays her bills.
Oh, so she's not even married.
No, I'm sorry, her sugar daddy husband. You know, one of those. I mean, she sugar babied her way into her husband.
Oh, got it.
Allegedly, again, because she's giving sugar baby game. That's her whole appeal right here. Is I'm a bossed up, I'm a elevated sugar baby. I've retired my jersey as a sugar baby. I'm a wife now, taken care of, princess treatment. Look at my fake tiara. See, I'm a queen. I'm set. So let me give y'all the game. You sugar babies to be. Let me give y'all the game. But, you know, part of the game, newsflash, the game is to be sold, not told. That's part of the game. Anything that she's telling you, she's selling you. Clock that T, girlies. Go ahead.
No, I'm done. What's up?
Yeah, we off this. We off this. Let's let him rock.
Make sure you like, subscribe, comment, share. Do whatever you want to do to just support the channel.
Yeah, that's what we selling you. Real information. That's what we telling you and selling you, the real.
But that's going to go into consulting services.
Better know
Maybe
that.
even some type of marketing, social media design, who knows?
We do it all. So so many things. So just kind of get into the comments if you need anything. I mean, just say, hey, can you reach out to us? And we'll make it work. Because we stealth right now, okay?
A narcissistic way of looking at a relationship. A relationship consists of two halves. Otherwise, it wouldn't be called a relationship. If the other half isn't getting anything out of the relationship and one person is putting everything in, no, it's not going to work. And that's why David's Bridal has filed for bankruptcy for the second time now. Yeah, I don't think they're going to recover from this one because
I thought they already went out of business. I thought they went out of business during COVID. Don't tell me my tax-paying dollars went to bailing out David's bridal.
So speaking of taxpaying dollars, they might be giving parents that homeschool their kids back like
Tax
some
credits?
yeah,
Wow.
I know. I just found this news out, but I haven't looked into it fully, so don't quote me.
We'll update y'all on that. We'll do a whole segment on. Yeah, that's a good segment to do. Homeschool kids versus public school kids.
Oh yeah, yeah. Let's do
I
that.
saw something on LinkedIn and ended up making a buddy on LinkedIn that worked in my. Can't say where, guys. I ended up making a buddy though because he's into that lifestyle. Anyway, let's let this wrap. Y'all got that tease because yeah, we going hard on the social media, y'all. You know, because again, we see so much crap out here that we're going to switch it up. You know, we're going to switch it up. Y'all going to pay us. You know, advertisers, y'all going to pay us. Okay, because we work with you guys, you know, and we love you guys. So y'all going to pay us. Okay, and then we're going to tell people the real information. You know.
And we are gonna do different like codes, even for hygiene products and stuff like that, because we don't want to say the name of it right now, but he uses a really good deodorant that really works. The whole family is going to be on it soon. I just haven't ran out yet. That's why I haven't used it yet.
Do you know that Amazon has them unavailable right now?
Oh, wow.
I'm going to check again. But yeah.
We might have to go to the...
Might have to go ahead and make that.
Go to the actual
yeah.
website.
Yeah. Because, yeah, that's crazy, ain't it, guys? But that's the kind of stuff that happens when you are growing and starting up. So you guys got to remember that. And when you go out there and start something, you got to really start it professionally. That's part of what we're talking about in other conversations, but let's not get too off topic here. All right, 1 in 4 brides wear David's bridal to their wedding. That's crazy. So they got that much market share, and yet they're filing for bankruptcy. I mean, that is just mismanagement of funds. What else could it be? It's not that, all right, people don't get married anymore. We're doing bad. We're doing bad. I mean, you guys got a nice market share.
And that's the thing. Since she is married too, it's like, why don't you try to help these couples get married instead of talking about how they can upgrade? They're just fine the way they are now. Help them along in their journey. Maybe do some type of mentorship for, married couples. It's something you can do to pivot and not just keep telling people to, level up, leave your man. Be for real.
See, we'll do mentorship for married couples.
Absolutely.
Like, y'all want mentorship? Get into the comments. There you go. Solutions, not problems.
Yeah.
And it's not going to be, oh, well, look, you need to be making $200,000 plus a year right now, and if you're not doing that, then you ain't a man. If you ain't a man, your woman going, please. She need to get with a better man. And then my wife not gonna be like, well, look, if you're not a cap girly, then what's the point of even having that man? Blah blah. I mean, y'all with each other for other things. Go figure. Other things besides finances have drawn you two together. Now you should just be able to try to do things to get the finances right the best way you can get them right. And in this economy, for most people, that means 2 and more incomes. Okay? Like dual income earners in the household. That's what it looks like for most people. This is not the 60s and the 70s. This is the new economy where they have made it so. Oh, yeah. You can't get a house for $20,000 anymore. You can't do that anymore. No. So you guys got to really be realistic. There's only going to be a certain percentile of men in this instance of, you kept girlies. I'm speaking specifically to you. There's only going to be a certain percentile of men that are going to be able to make the kind of income and sustain that to keep just one income coming in or be a single earner. single income earner. Every woman in the world is not going to qualify for those men. And trying to force the guy that you already like or already have kids with into being that person to show their love. It's not about showing their love. It's their capabilities. If they don't have those capabilities, they're not going to be able to do it. For some people, those capabilities, again, because it's not me saying, oh yeah, look at me, I'm on the mountaintop. No, because look, I'm not 7'1" making $50 million in the NBA. You know what I'm saying? There's levels. So that's that person's capabilities. Again, it's all kinds of levels to this kind of thing. So you gotta remember that, and remember where your position is. So some people were saying that they're queens with 10s out of 10s. I'm a dime piece. But this guy was saying earlier, or I think, yeah, this guy was saying earlier, and I agree with it. I'm a 10, I'm a dime piece. You get dime piece results, okay? Dime piece results is like, oh, here's a modeling contract. Oh yeah, we want you out here. Here's an acting contract. They scout these people when they're like 13 years old. So just be realistic. It's not playing with yourself. Again, it's ego. That's what narcissism. That's what female narcissism is to the point of this movie. Because yeah, a lot of females will go into that mode of delusion. You know what I'm saying? Like a man will have like a realistic understanding of where he falls at in skills and capabilities and intellect and looks. Every category, we have an understanding where we fall at, and it's not going to be, well, unless you are a narcissist as well, you're not going to be, oh man, like I'm not like, oh, I'm hurt because you ain't say I'm a dime. I'm hurt. Like, what are you talking about? If I was a dime, I just say what a dime get, because that's universal, men and women. You should be an actor. You need to be a model. Here, we'll sign you to Wilhelmina. It's $1 million, and you're like 13 years old. That's what's happening.
I think women just now in general have like this inflated sense of ego because they are wearing the wigs. They can't leave out the house without some makeup on. Like, you have this version of yourself that you think that because you just totally change how you wake up in the morning, it's supposed to mean so much. And it's like, okay, you think you're pretty now, but what about the inside? Like, how do you act? How do you carry yourself? You have to dig deeper within. It can't just be me.
And that's what a partnership, I don't care if you want to get with a man or a woman, that's what it's going to really be about. End of the day, we talk about partnership. Like, that's what people want these days, right? They don't want leadership, they want partnerships. Okay, if you want to get into a partnership, which most people are going to be in, that's what it's going to be about. And even with other kind of situations, like in traditional situations, what men who are looking for traditional situations are looking for is not, oh, yeah, she wear the best wigs, she's got the best fake butt, she done crafted her body exactly to my specifications, oh my goodness, and she wears all the Christian Dior's. That is not the goal. And if that's the goal, that person's probably a narcissist, because they're worried about what other people think about what that person looks like. Because looks, that is such a low barometer to be judging people on when you really look down at it. I mean, it's really kind of pathetic when you look down at it. You should be looking at persons for who they are as individuals and making your choices, especially I would say mating choices and procreating choices and relationship choices. You should be making those choices based off of the person and who they are, and who they are to you especially. You know what I'm saying? And if you go in that route, you can't go wrong. If you go in the route, again, of superficiality, yeah, good luck with that. Good luck with that. It's going to end well. I say facetiously. It's not.
I think you just have to have some type of confidence in yourself, because at the end of the day, you have to live with yourself. So are you trying to put on another persona? It's not going to make you happy in the end. No. Just be you.
No. At the end of the day, there you are. You're still you.
Women, especially black women, I feel like they spend the most in beauty and, hair care, probably even health. Who knows? I don't know the stats. But if you, spend that money somewhere else, like saving it up for something like, a house or just your family, whatever your generational wealth is going to be, all that money that you're spending can go somewhere else into your pockets versus even around here, where we live. I just went into this beauty supply store and it went from being an Asian-owned beauty supply store to now it seems like it's a Spanish-owned beauty supply store. I don't know how it started, but that's where it's like black people can open up these kind of businesses for other people to go to as well, because everybody's profiting off of your dollar. So why don't you just have something in your community if that's what you're interested in? There's so much you can do to spend your money on versus just trying to put on this persona that's not even realistic to maintain every day.
Again, we're not talking about a beauty supply store that's just focused on, natural products and stuff like that. Like most beauty supply stores, where the money is in selling the wigs and the accoutrement to go with it.
You would have an unlimited supply of them.
You know what I'm saying? It's just sad when you think about it, because again, at this point, why is that business not black owned? You know what I'm saying? Why?
And we're not in that industry, so, that doesn't make sense to us still, though.
Yeah, I mean, again, I don't support it, but it keeps growing and growing and growing year over year. But again, we can go into a whole spiel on that too. Mm-hmm. Let's let this rot. He got 10 minutes. It's getting late. I'm trying to let this go through. See what you guys say.
No one is getting married. Who's responsible for marriages? Men. Men are saying, hell no. Don't see the benefit in it. Because every woman thinks that a man needs her. Here comes the narcissism at its finest.
Do you think you could survive without me for a whole month?
Yeah.
Yeah?
For sure.
You think you'd be fine?
1 year.
You could survive?
Minimum.
You could survive with me?
I want to test the theory for 1 year. I don't want to do 1 month. That's for amateurs. 1 year minimum.
You want to live without me for 1 year?
Yeah.
Starting when?
Today? Tomorrow? When? I think it'll be really good for both of us. Distance makes the heart grow fonder.
Are you for real?
What? You don't think you will enjoy it?
No.
Why?
You want to go 1 whole year?
No, I don't want to. I can to show my love. 1 year.
How is that showing your love?
Because you said, can I go 1 month? So I'll do 1 whole year for you to show you. Distance makes the heart grow stronger.
Fonder.
Strong.
It's fonder. Distance makes the heart grow.
I don't want you to fonder me. I know it's hard for you to resist 1 year, but you can do it. Have faith in yourself.
Okay.
We'll FaceTime.
Even though it's a bit of a skit, even though she tried to pull this off as a fun thing, right? Seeing what men and how men would respond, you could see that she didn't anticipate this answer. But for some reason, women think that because they're doing things for their men for a time period, that the man can no longer do without her. This has been perpetrated and shown in movies. Oh.
Yes, that's like a shtick in the movies and the TV shows, that the man is just so incompetent. He's just this bumbling buffoon. He can't get anything done. And the woman that he's with, she just got it all figured out. She can rein him and get his shit together. And it's somewhat That's the case in life for some people. But a real man is always elevating himself. Like certain skills, they're all adding to their portfolio. They're not subtracting from their portfolio. They're adding skills. And so if you add things to your portfolio of skills as a man, then you're never going to be at a point where you just can't do anything. You can't get anything done. And I'll say that because if that woman is gone, you could just get another woman. It's not that hard. And that's if you wanted another woman to fulfill those duties, or you could just pay someone, So, again, it can never be about that, people. It can never be about just that. It's always got to be about who that person is. Who that person is to you. That's what makes a good relationship. What makes a good relationship. It's not just about all these things I do. Again, a man will let you do as much as you want to do. And that's great because it helps. But that does not mean that man cannot get it done. Oh, you're now irreplaceable. You guys listen to songs like that, to the left, and then you think that you're not replaceable. You're irreplaceable. You're irreplaceable. He thinks he's irreplaceable though, but you're irreplaceable. No one's irreplaceable. No one. There's someone that can do basically any of the functions that you do. The only thing is no one can be you but you. That's the one thing. Nobody can be you but you. And so why don't you be the best you can be? And then you can be great in showing up in your relationship to that other person that's being the best of them they can be.
Yeah, that's my song though. I like that song.
You all love that song.
But I will say, in relationships, I do feel like, sometimes it's people's ego that get in the way. I don't know. Especially nowadays, the female, they want to be the dominant one. And it's like, why? Just let the man lead. You don't trust him to lead? Then, okay, if there's no trust there, can you work on that trust? Can you build that trust? Okay, if it's still not working, if it's still not building, then okay. It's time for you to either think about what you need to do to change or what y'all can do together to come to some type of agreement, especially if you're with this man. Like, just make it work somehow if this is for you and this is the family. Like, this is who you want to see yourself being married to. Or if you are married to him, you marry him for a reason. Figure it out. But anyway, I will also say, to me, I don't see why people think that, I don't want to be rude, but just because, they have a man, like, you're probably not even happy in your relationship. So.
Again, and if that's the case, you got to figure it out, like, do we need to separate? And if you need to separate, then reach that agreement. I mean, I'm not trying to say there's not a time where you have to separate from someone.
No.
We're
not pushing that.
Yeah, we're not pushing that. We're saying you have to reach conclusions, though. You can't just try to make these fantasies into reality. That's not trying to reach a conclusion. That's like spelling your own doom out.
Yeah.
That's not reaching a conclusion, a real conclusion.
When you can't see what your responsibility is, then that's when it is an issue. Like, you just think that, like you say, you're living in fairy tale land. It don't make no sense.
It's like you're not reaching a conclusion. It's just like, I've got a fantasy now, buy into it or get gone. That's not reaching a conclusion. That's like you're in a delusion now. Mm-hmm. You're now literally in a delusion. And that's what these people are selling you. That's the internet now. And if you are consuming too much of that kind of content, your brain is starting to wire and think in that way if you don't have the life results you want today. Like, I can look at that kind of stuff all day. I'm mentally prepared for it, So I can consume it, and then, distill the information, just like my wife can, because our life results are different. Oh, I need to get some tarot. That's crazy. See that? Mm-hmm. Yeah. Sorry, guys, little ant. But yeah, you guys gotta really, really think about this kind of stuff. Don't just consume it. Think about what you're looking at and what's being said to you, and who's saying it. You should really think about that. We're faceless. Think about that. We value our privacy. We value our privacy, and you doxers. It's just what you do. We get it. But if you do dox us, just find out. We don't do nothing. We don't do nothing. Mm-hmm. We're upstanding citizens.
Mm-hmm. That's it for tonight or today.
Yeah.
Like and subscribe. Comment down below. What do you think about a narcissist? Do you think that the way that this female was acting, do you think that's a narcissist or narcissistic behaviors?
I think it was. I'm pretty sure anybody with logic think it was. But I'm willing to have a conversation about it. Not really a debate. I'm not going to argue with anybody about this. It's not a debate. I don't think. It's just objective reality.
Goodbye.